Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review of the Tinga bombs from Easy Bombs. As much as I enjoy cooking, sometimes I like to just throw something in the crock pot, set it, forget it, don't worry about it for 6 hours, and your meal is ready. So when a representative from Easy Bombs contacted me and asked if I'd like to try out the Tinga bombs, I said, as long as you're willing to subject them to a fair and honest review, bring them on. Let's start by taking a look at the ingredients. First ingredient is spices, including chili pepper. I don't know why they don't list the other ones, because there are some other ones listed here. Tomato, salt, garlic, onion, monosodium glutamate, so if you have an MSG sensitivity, I would avoid these. Water, natural chicken broth, yeast extract, organic sunflower oil, and xanthan gum. Now when we get to the nutritional information, this is where things get a little bit confusing and honestly a little bit irritating. So it says on the front of the package that it cooks 6 pounds of meat per package and serves 10 to 12 people. So that would be 2 of the Tinga bombs. Now let's get into the actual nutritional information. It says about 108 servings per container. That would mean each Tinga bomb is 54 servings. Now I weighed each Tinga bomb and they're about 65 grams in total. And as a result, this math it doesn't work for me. So for starters, 5 calories per micro serving, 0 grams of total fat, 1 gram of total carbohydrates, 0 grams of protein. So I did a little math on this piece of scratch paper here, and basically what I came up with is there's 54 grams of carbs per ball. Now, realistically, you're probably serving 5 or 6 people with 3 pounds of meat, and that means 10 grams of carbs per serving. However, when I started looking at the ingredients, I went into Chronometer or Chronometer and did this on a gram by gram basis, looking at various ingredients, trying to find out which one has the most carbs. So if this ball was made purely of tomato powder, there would be 32 grams of carbs per ball instead of 54. If it was just garlic powder, it would be 47 grams. And if it was nothing but onion powder, it would be 51 grams of carbs per 54 gram ball. So it feels like there's some sort of weird rounding going on here. Regardless, I got a little bit of an issue here with the transparency, and I contacted the representative from Easy Bombs and said, what then is a realistic serving and where are the carbs coming from? And I did not get a response. So I've got a little bit of an issue with the way they calculated the carbs on this. It's not very congruent from the front of the package to the back of the package. Now in terms of making it, it couldn't have been any easier. I just popped one of these bombs into my crock pot. I added probably closer to 4 pounds of chicken, which worked out pretty nicely, and let it cook for 6 hours on low. After 6 hours, it shredded pretty easily with a couple of forks, and it was time to do the taste test. So I'm going to let my wife go first, give this a try.
A lot of flavor. Got a lot of kick, a little spice there. Yeah, I mean, I like spice, but good, dear. Thanks.
So I've got some on the La Banderita carb balance or carb counter, little street tacos here, but I'm going to try it just plain first. Yeah, at first I didn't think it had a lot of kick to it, but it kind of gets you a little bit there at the end. It's pretty tasty. In terms of the spice level, it's kind of a different sort of a spice. It's not like a jalapeno spice or a hot chili pepper spice where it gets you on the tongue and in the mouth, and the more you eat, sort of the hotter it gets. It kind of was like a chili powder heat in my throat, and I really only felt it the first bite. After that, I guess I was sort of immune to it, or maybe it was the sour cream and avocado on my tortilla. But there was something else about the flavor that I couldn't quite peg, and I couldn't figure it out until last night as I was lying in bed. I remembered back in my teenage years working at a pizza parlor back in the 1980s, and we also served spaghetti there, and we had a big vat of spaghetti sauce. Whatever didn't get used in a given day got put in the fridge, reheated again the next day, and the longer it sat in the warmer, sort of the more concentrated, reheated flavor it had. And I kind of enjoy that flavor. It's not the bright, sort of acidic flavor that you would typically get from tomatoes and spices. It's not really smoky either. I'm not sure how I would describe it other than just if you've reheated tomato sauce repeatedly, that's kind of the taste that it has. In terms of pricing, each one of these bags that contains 2 balls is about $20 unless you're buying them in bulk. And at that price, it's fairly consistent with some other brands. If you get out onto Amazon and you look up like chicken Tinga seasoning, you will see some that are cheaper, but they do less meat. So in summary, I'm pleased with how easy these were to make. I enjoyed the flavor, but I'm still just kind of irritated at the way they handle the whole nutritional information and carb count on it. I don't know, maybe I'm overreacting. But that's all I got for this video. If you enjoyed it, please click that like button. If you're not a subscriber already, tap that subscribe button, then hit the bell to turn on all notifications. And if you never want to miss a Serious Keto video and keep up on what's going on behind the scenes, I would encourage you to subscribe to the Serious Keto newsletter. The link is down in the description below. Thanks for watching.